him away from all of us?
Allegedly.
I was like genuinely upset about it too. Like the first thing I did when I woke up was made my own cup of coffee and then went and told John about the stream.
Right. And the way that you described it, you really were kind of like heated about it. And I was like, wow, this is ridiculous. Like, it's literally a dream, not happening. I don't know anyone named Coffee.
That you're willing to tell us now.
Right.
All right. So, last time on Dragon Ball Z, we had successfully returned to Leyland, gotten mildly drunk, had a little bit of a disagreement, and wound up basically being hired or asserting ourselves as a point of defense and bodyguarding for a caravan heading south, where we are traveling now to enter the Mayor of Dead Men in search of Iniarv's Tower, where supposedly there is a band of brigands known as the Chimera Crew that have been harassing caravans in the area.
Bitches.
Are we gonna just leave out the part where supposedly they had a paladin assisting them? Because I feel like that's kind of important.
Okay,
Kind of like when the realtor forgets to mention the house is haunted.
well, I mean, but can you really prove that? No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, they do in fact have the leader of this band of brigands, the Chimera Crew, named Rega, has in her employ currently the talents and particular skill sets of a paladin, one of which's background you do not exactly know at this time.
And Azzy also has a safe word for the jug.
Yes, Azzy has a safe word for the jug. I was going to end it at just Azzy has a safe word, but, you know, I'll do whatever.
You mean Azzy has limits?
Like, thank you, Harper. I was about to say, I don't think you guys understand Azzy. Azzy doesn't need a safe word for people. People need a safe word for Azzy.
All right, that's going in our little book of phrases that shall not be uttered outside of D&D.
The word ready forever in our chat.
Typing the quote right now for the bot in Final Fantasy. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so we find ourselves on the road, traveling south, somewhere in the vicinity of, let me get my little magic pointer marker out, somewhere in the vicinity of about yay on the trail here. And we are continuing along. It is probably, say, mid to late afternoon, because you set out on the road again, or a little afternoon. And, you know, you've made it probably about a good 10, 15 miles down the road at a caravan's pace. And so, that is where we will pick up the journey. The young son of the caravan master, kind of doe-eyed and interested to help and learn the trade, kind of bewildered by the presence of you particular band of merry folk as he travels along. He's eyeing the sword on your back, Nokris, and just being very interested in it, but not really talking about it because, you know, he's the son of a caravan master. He's going to be a merchant. He's going to be a trader. He's not going to be a warrior of any kind.
I imagine I will take note at some point. I'm lost in thought most of the day, but eventually I will look to him and say, have you never held a blade before?
No, I can't say I have. Nothing more than maybe a small blade just for cutting twine, ropes, things like that. Nothing big enough to be considered a blade like a sword.
Is he walking or sitting in the caravan?
He's riding in the caravan.
Okay. I take out my older greatsword from the side where my horse has it, and I kind of present it to him with the handle and nod. Hold it.
He kind of struggles to heft the weight back and lift the blade.
It's literally 3 times as big as he is, Cobalt.
I know.
And as he attempts to lift it, he gives way and it starts to simply drag on the dirt behind the cart.
I pick it up and put it back in its sheath, and I look at him. Remember that weight. If you pick up a blade, you pick up a weapon, and that means you either defend or kill with it.
Kind of looks at you solemnly and nods.
That's not to say you can't learn to wield one. You just need to understand the gravitas that comes with it. Much like what your father does, as I kind of nod in his direction. Your father's a trader. He understands the weight of gold and what it means between people. Since we've spent some time with them, can I do a... Can I do an insight check on the merchant just to get an idea if he's rather, I guess, outgoing for a merchant or trustworthy in a sense?
Sure.
Uh, 13.
So from your assessment, you can tell that this merchant appears to be as above board as you've seen in terms of merchants.
So he's not going to scam someone for a price for something. And
No.
if someone was in need, he might sell it at a lower cost, basically, correct?
Correct. Yeah, he would have the value of the people in terms of profit versus actual need. So if it was in the position where someone needed something greatly but lacked the ability to receive it, he would make it work.
Your father understands this. He doesn't hold a blade, but he still holds people's lives in his hands when he makes a deal. It's good to learn the weight of what it means to carry responsibility. You just need to choose which one you prefer.
Well, I thank you. That's quite a bit of thought right there. I might have to think on this a while.
I kind of smile a little bit. It's a little bit saddened, but I kind of nod to him and kind of pull ahead a little bit.
Right, very well. The merchant in his cart kind of gives you a approving nod as you pull forward.
I give a slight bow to him.
So Granny, because Granny is apparently, as she stated oh no, that was going to Leyland, sorry. Whomever is going to be in the front of the column, I don't know who would wish to be the scout. Azzy?
I'm a bit farther ahead as well.
Okay, so Azzy and Cowrie. Go ahead and roll a roll perception for me.
Uh-oh.
Hey there, no metagaming, Kita.
Alright, so Cowrie, from his mounted vantage, discerns that something is amiss ahead. He hears some odd noises in the distance that he has yet to really place just yet. You're still technically on the fringes of the swamp, staying clear as you are traveling on the road, but something seems to be coming from the swamp, headed towards the road a ways ahead, or maybe has reached the road already. You can't be sure as the path kind of winds a little bit, but it doesn't sound calm or cheerful. It almost sounds frantic.
I signal to Azzy to start to drop back and let him know that there's something up ahead.
As he pulls out his sword and waves it around in a circle above his head, looking back at everybody, kind of like hold off a little bit.
The merchant notices your signal and starts to slow the cart a little bit from its pace, getting ready to kind of pull it off to the side on the side of the road, and to kind of stay in a defensive posture as much as possible.
Seeing everybody kind of get their guard up, I want to hop off my horse and get on the back of the cart with the boy and whatever goods they have, just to provide some actual defense on the cart.
Very well.
Yeah, Talia definitely wants to stick with the cart as well. She won't dismount yet, but she'll definitely be riding a little bit closer rather than like following behind or anything. Keeping a very keen and alert eye on. Are we in like a more wooded or clear area?
It's pretty clear for the most part. I mean, there's spots of trees here and there, but I mean, I guess the best way to try to describe the lay of the land is you're on a road, well-worn road. To your left are kind of like some foothills, kind of rolling hills leading into mountains. And to your right is basically some grassy, kind of plainslands-esque terrain that kind of gives way abruptly towards a large, swampy, boggy area.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, yeah, she'll definitely be keeping her eye on the more hilly area a little more keenly than the swamps. And she'll have her wand of magic missiles like ready to go, drawn in one hand.
All right, awesome.
I position myself. Sorry, Knight. I just position myself in between Azzy and Calry and the caravan, just so that I'm in equidistance of either one, just so that if need be, I can run to one or the other as needed.
Okie doke.
Do your cow eyes see, Calry?
Not see. Here, above around the bend, some other frantic noises. I can't make out what it would be, though. I haven't heard it before.
Well,
Not happy, though.
would you like to go ahead, or would you like me to?
It's better if you lead the way. You're a bit harder to hit. I'll keep an eye out in case someone comes from the side, though, while we're going. These aren't the only surprises.
Awesome.
All right.
Mounts up and goes forward.
All right. So, as you begin to kind of press forward a little bit as the advanced scout, everyone else in the column basically starts to continue to roll along because they don't see any imminent attack just yet, and they roll along at a slower pace, but everyone is now on guard and defended. A little ways ahead, you start to make a bend back to the right around what appears to be a fallen tree, but it's so hard to tell because of the moss and overgrowth that you can't tell if it's just a rock or if it's actually a tree buried under all of the lichen and moss that's effectively overgrown it and consumed it into the landscape.
Is it enough of an obstruction to get in the way of the cart?
No, it's not crossing the path. It probably had at one time in its past, but it's been cleared many years prior. The remnants of it just acting as a kind of abrupt blocker to a bend around it on the road.
as he kind of grips his reins a little bit tighter and rides pretty close to it just to try to peer over it.
All right, very well. As you ride and kind of look over, trying to gaze to see if you see anything interesting ahead, you hear the distant sounds of groans filling the air, almost like the sounds of humanoid figures moaning. You hear in the distance as well someone yelling and shouting, "Stop them! Stop those zombies!" You see before you on this path that goes off of the road, headed towards the swamp, a small grouping of undead humanoid figures covered in dried bird droppings, shambling their way in their graying, rotting flesh in the grassy, sopping path in front of you.
What figure rather yelled that?
In the distance, you can see some kind of female. You don't know her exact lineage or race at this time, simply because of the distance. But you can see that her face is red, much from sprinting and running, and also from what you may perceive as dye or paint, perhaps. She's wearing a heavy armor, and behind her is another woman similarly clad with darker hair.
As he looks back at the other two and hollers out, "Zombies! Two figures chasing them. I don't know if you all heard the shout, but I'm riding ahead to go check it out, see if I can't help them."
I start to speed up as well.
I'm gonna stay with the cart and the merchants.
I will head up and help Azzy and Calry.
All right, very well.
How many
Starting the
zombies
cart.
were there?
So, there were half a dozen zombies shambling their way along. And as you begin to pull down the path, and the cart just kind of stops short at the entrance of this path, everything kind of comes plain into view as you are now almost running into this procession of zombies, and there are two individuals chasing after them. And as you enter the scene, you can see that the zombies are on what I would call a death march, but the pun is just too delicious to pass up. But seeing them coming towards you now and heading this direction, we enter combat.
Dun 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 dun. Da-da-da, da-da.
Excellent roll. Yes.
Is everybody rolling for turn order, or just those two?
I'm going to basically have everyone do it, but what I'll probably do is for the first round, if you're holding back with the cart, I'll hold your action for the first round until after that round of combat.
John, Davy's a dumbass and rolled initiative without selecting his token, so.
Okay. I'll fix it.
Thanks. Fucking David. Jeez.
You know, you really need to talk to him one of these days.
I do, every night. He never gets any better. I mean, we have pep talks, man. Like, full-blown pep talks.
Have you tried talking to him in a soft, whispery voice, or have you used more of a gruff growl?
Both? I stabbed myself in the leg for him, okay?
What about a firm hand?
There have been plenty of those.
Okay. I believe everyone is in the list. Let me go ahead and sort this real quick.
I haven't rolled. Sorry, I was actually doing the coffee run
no, that's
because I
fine.
knew everybody was going to be rolling, and I thought I would be faster.
See,
That's okay.
fucking coffee, she ruins everything.
She does. Just been proven.
She's a harsh mistress. So, do you want me to?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, my big fat +0. Thank you, arthritis. Normal roll. Did that do it? Oh. I did the thing and forgot to click my character first.
Nah, Chris, we're not at the bottom of initiative for once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that should be it, I believe. Holly and Talia are currently with the cart defending. Nokris pulled forward in the column, and the merchant cart is going to effectively stay put out of the way and probably need to be defended should they come under assault. You see two individuals that are chasing, currently asking you to try to lend aid and or stop these zombies on their pursuit. And the zombies don't look like they want to stop. So first up, this individual over here. This is the one with the darker hair, but the heavily armored and similarly red-faced individual. They're going to make some progress up to be able to catch to this zombie right here. And they're going to go ahead and attack. Swinging twice with a long sword. Missing with the first swing. Landing the second blow. And dealing some damage to it. And that ends her turn. This zombie right here is going to continue on his mad progress. And will end his turn there, as he is not capable of reaching anyone to try to do damage, but doesn't even look like he's really interested in stopping so much as just trying to continue to charge forward. Almost as if he's being driven by some kind of malevolent force. And the next up is this particular zombie here. And they will do a similar movement. 25, kind of running abruptly into the fray here at the front line, where it will attempt to kind of not really crash into, but so much as run headlong into Cowrie with purpose, trying to simply get through, almost like trying to break the line.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like their initial round or something, or did we just not do turn order?
They just all rolled really good compared to us.
Yes, they did. You see that.
But like,
Mm-hmm.
You're back with the cart.
oh yeah, okay.
That's why I put your roll at the bottom, because
Yes.
because you were still behind with the cart when all this is kind of happening in the front lines.
Yep, I get it.
Okay.
Also, the 2 zombies were still ahead of your initiative as well.
It's
Okay.
just Coffee's fault.
So it catches up with Cowrie and attempts to slam it through them. And they roll a 24 for a hit. So that is a hit.
Is that with disadvantage?
Let me see. With a disadvantage, they do not hit, but just barely. So effectively, they attempt to bowl over into Cowrie, who stands fast, and the zombie basically is deflected onto the ground and kind of regains itself on this little makeshift bridge crossing some of the wetlands. Thus ending his turn. And now it is this zombie's turn. And he is going to attempt to make his way as well to the bridge, and will make it as far as the zombie in front of him, kind of pushing a little bit at his back, trying to, force his way through, but it is simply too much body to make it through. Yes, exactly. If he had succeeded, I was going to make a note about cow tipping, and it was going to be great, but it didn't quite happen, so... All right, next up is this one, who is going to attempt to make his way as well, kind of slamming into Azzy, attempting to make his way through, where he will now try to see if he can make his way. And he does not, kind of impacting off the shield and standing upright for a moment, kind of bewildered by the fact that something blocked its path and it was not able to clear it. The zombie here in the back is going to catch up. 50. And he will find his way to the back as well. And that is the end of his turn, as he kind of wants to climb and claw his way through the backs of his brethren, driven by some haste. Nokris, you find yourself ready to enter the fray.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so center a fireball right here, and I'm going to cast it at 4th level. Have them all give me a have all of these give me a reflex save. Sorry,
What's
Calvary.
That 4.
Yeah,
You
that
need a
group of 4.
dexterity save.
Okay, so I'm gonna go from outermost in a straight line and then down 1. So we got first, failed, 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 and passed.
Okay.
So basically, the 3 on that line all failed. The one down here succeeded.
Okay. Here we go.
Stupid zombies.
35 points of damage.
All right, and then this one takes half, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so let me do this. Okay, they are a little charred. One of them maybe even ablaze a little bit. Not that it's actually doing anything to damage his spirits. And they seem generally unfazed by this, but at the same time, you can tell that they've been impacted by quite a bit of damage, but they are still on their feet in one piece, as much as a zombie can be. And still looking like they don't care but want to press forward through you.
It's fine. I use my move action to move up, so I am here.
All right, very well.
How the fuck am I gonna get through all of you people? I swear to God.
Well, I mean, do note the water is passable as well.
The zombies are just dumb.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't
cat,
really,
guys.
I didn't really have good layering on the map with the icons and like artwork that I have to get like a log bridge or like something that's kind of more fitting of the area. So these stone ones are the best thing I could do, but effectively picture it like a log bridge where it's kind of in and or on the water surface, but not really like there's some high vaulted, crossing or anything like that where you can't reach from the water or potentially go around.
Dang, I was gonna throw these bitches into the water.
I mean, I'm not stopping you, still can, but
It's just going to inconvenience them.
Well, it's just counterintuitive. It just gets us out of their way. They're trying to get through us, not us trying to get through them.
Alright, I assume that is the end of your turn now, Nokris?
Yes, that is.
Okay. Next up is the fiery, red-haired individual right here. And
I love red hair.
She is going to come in a glorious assault of sprinted action. And is going to use her one remaining round of attack with she has a drawn like long sword as a bastard sword and a short sword in the other hand, but she's going to take a swipe with the long sword as she doesn't have the remaining action to do both. She lands a good cut across the back of the one in front of her, dealing damage. And thus ends her turn. Calor, you're up.
I don't appreciate getting run into like that by this zombie. So I smack it with my hammer.
Alright. So the 22 is a hit.
God damn.
So that's what, 21 points of damage?
Yep. And then I'll end my turn.
Divine Strike doesn't do double damage to undead.
Nope.
That's weird.
And that's also necrotic damage.
Oh.
Oh, well then. That's unfortunate for you.
Not
Yes.
really. One of my features means that it just counts as normal for damage type against things that would normally resist necrotic.
Okay. Azzy, you're up.
Oh, goody. I too am going to take swings at the one to my south.
Alright. I don't exactly know why or how that it displayed in that way, but that's interesting for that roll. But that 12 is not a hit.
This is weird. It's like doing the dice on the D&D Beyond site.
Click into the Beyond 20 add-on in your browser, and just make sure that it's enabled and fully in sync again.
Says it's enabled. Did that one go through? Yeah, it did.
Yeah, the attack roll went through. Just the other components of it didn't seem to land correctly, but yeah, the 24 is a hit. Oh, there it goes. It looks like maybe it was just like some kind of lag thing and it just popped and did the second halves of the rolls, or did you have a box to click to roll damage on those attacks?
I have a different box to click to roll damage.
Okay. So that's like the old style, I guess. So the first damage box, I assume, is what you're referencing from the first one, from the first attack?
Yeah.
Or okay. So basically, the actual damage that landed is the one at the bottom, yes?
Yes. No.
Oh.
There's
I
no
see,
way
I
I
see.
can
It
do
totaled it. No, it totaled it for us.
Yeah.
6 damage. 6 damage slashing, 10 damage necrotic if it was a crit. I'm sorry. 10 damage if it was two-handed.
Yes. Alright. 1 square hit against a fucking zombie. Awesome. I fixed it.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm looking up other things that I can do.
It's totally fine.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn. I'm sorry.
No problem. All right, so in line with that, it is now the final zombie's turn, who was seemingly caught in combat here as he was fleeing from the darker-haired warrior. Whereas he will turn and attack at this individual, trying to see if they can maybe knock them away and proceed forward. So he's going to attempt to swing at them wildly with his arms twice. The first swing is a miss. The second swing is a hit. And it does 15 points of damage. The nasty rake of the claws. Thus ends that zombie's turn. So now Holly and Talia, finding themselves in the back, kind of defending the wagon, now have the initiative and the ability to join the fray if they so choose, or to hold back. But Holly, you're up.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go help our friends, because that just looks like a big mess of zombies, and I'm just not about zombies. So I'm gonna use feline agility and these other circle pieces are NPCs, right? The red-headed
Yes.
things.
Yes, the two ones that are
Okay.
listed on the board is like the person circle pieces that are there. Yes.
Okay. So
They're
I'm
all
gonna use
individuals.
feline agility, and I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, and then can I kind of like hop up on the thing and go the rest of this way and go here? Because I don't really want to go through the water.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Fuck. Just a straight check.
Mhm.
I don't think I have advantage on acrobatics. No, I don't.
Oh,
Okay. You nimbly succeed to dance across the makeshift railing of this rickety little bridge and find yourselves now on the flanks of the zombies trying to mash their way through by force.
I pat Knockers on the butt on the way through. And do I get advantage for swinging at this guy flanking with the NPC or no?
Yeah, technically you would. It's an allied target that is currently in the flanking position, so.
Okay, we're gonna take some swings.
Okay. So
Oh, before that, I would like to rage.
okay, I was gonna say. All right, so the hit is not in question. That one, however, misses.
Fuck. Okay.
But it's what, 3 damage?
Yeah, it's plus 3 damage. Now I have to find it on my stupid thing again. There's rage. Yes, it's plus 3.
Rawr.
And yeah, I'm just gonna chill out here.
Awesome. Granny.
I trust Talia to do the right thing with the children in the cart.
Which is to cover their eyes and then send magic into the fray.
Is this the bad time to remind the party that Talia doesn't really have a whole lot of ranged
No,
magic?
yeah, no, just forget that part. Just, do what you gotta do.
Well, for one, you ain't gonna catch Granny's ass trying to run up along the guardrail of a small bridge. So,
And I mean, to be fair, between the two of us, I don't have any ranged anything. So
you are a ranged weapon.
You
We
mean
just
you can't
point
just
you at
use
the
the
enemy
jerk
and you
pack?
hurl yourself over there.
You've yet to test the improvised weapon strategy of having Cowrie launch you. So, maybe one day. I'll test that
Telekinesis
out.
is what level spell?
No. I just mean cow strength.
You know, the fact that
Ah.
I count as large for like lifting things and pushing things and all the fun things.
Just
I just
throw,
try and launch her.
throw a cat torpedo. Axe blade first. But anyways, yeah, go ahead. It is your turn.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Holly's movement kind of messed with the one plan that I did have, so I'll have to
I'm not
count
sorry.
some things. No, you shouldn't be, because it's you. What you did is better than what I was gonna do. Let's see here. So we need to do, or rather, here we go. Okay. Yeah, that'll. Yeah, let's put my movement so that I move like that. 5, 10, 15, and 20, 25, and 30. Alright, and let's double check the description of this. 30 feet long and 5 feet wide. So when I measure from like a line shape spell, do I measure from my space or from the space in front of me?
The space in front of you.
Okay.
Yep, like that.
So 5 feet wide, that would hit those three? As I'm drawing the arrow like that?
Yes. Yep. And it would not affect Holly or
Okay.
the individual with the red hair.
That's the plan. In that case, I would like to cast again as our Scorcher. So I need a DC 15 Dexterity save from those three.
Okay, I'm gonna go left to right.
Okay.
Fail. Fail. Fail.
Sweet. So 13 fire damage for all of those. I believe that's all I've got for the moment. Except for putting away my wand to make sure that I have a hand free to draw my flail on the next turn.
All right, very well. And I'm going to reshuffle the order again to put people back in numerical order. Now that your held actions at the back of the column are used, you will go back into normal rotations. So, leading us off, the dark-haired warrior will continue the onslaught here with this zombie. However, they will swing twice with their longsword in a two-handed fashion. And they land a hit. And a second hit. And now it is this zombie's turn. He now realizes that he is effectively kind of in this pile and attempts to see if he can attack Cowrie to break through, where he will attempt to swing at you twice.
Gonna impose disadvantage on that.
Okay. First swing is a miss. Second swing is... that one's a hit. So it strikes you for 12. I guess in terms of potential resistances, 6 of which is bludgeoning, 6 of which is necrotic. I don't remember if you have any specific resistance to necrotic damage, being of the school of clerical, whatever you want to call it, that you are.
Nope. All offense, no defense.
Okay. No problem. Thus ending that zombie's turn. Next is going to be this one, who, while they want to try to proceed forward down the path, they are going to attempt to attack Holly as a target opportunity has presented itself. So they're going to attempt to swing at her twice. So the first swing is a crit. For, let's see, hold on here. 12, 14, so 26. 12 bludgeoning and 14 necrotic.
Is that bludgeoning halved?
It is not. So if you half that, it would be 6 and 14.
Okay.
And the second swing is a miss.
Bitch.
All right, this is the end of that turn, and then Holly, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of the one that just fucking hit me.
Okay, all right. That does not land.
Fuck.
That one does. For 12.
Does it?
Okay. Next zombie. This guy here, he is going to kind of push and claw and push and reach and realize he can kind of swing at Azzy and is going to attempt to hit him once with his wild right arm. And he also crits. For 15 bludgeoning and 11 necrotic. But if you do your -3 bludgeoning damage, that would be 12 and 11, so 23.
For who? For me?
Azzy.
I'm down to 69 HP.
Alright, so the next zombie right here is going to, again, try to attack Azzy to break through because, you know, they want to go that way. Bad. First swing is a miss. Second swing is a close miss. But a miss nonetheless. And so he just kind of like dumbly moans in your face like he wants to get past you because he's got shit to do and you're in his way.
It's fine. Fuck you.
Nokris, you're up.
Okay. I am going to attack the one that is diagonally in front of me.
Okay. Definitely a hit.
14 points of damage. I will not Divine Smite that.
Okay.
Instead, How does this person look holding up against this particular zombie? Do they look like they can handle themselves, or?
Kind of assessing the two warriors that you see on the field with you that were chasing the zombies initially.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that they are pretty battle-hardened and look like they are definitely holding their own currently against the targets they are engaged with.
Okie doke. Then I won't do what I was going to do, and I will end my turn with that, since I can't really... Actually, let's see. Because this is just a bridge. It's not like this water is deep, right?
Correct. It is not deep enough that you could not walk through it. You would probably be like maybe knee deep if you were to walk into it.
Okay.
It's simply there as a means to cross the potential flow of the rise and surge or lack thereof of this kind of like boggy stream.
Okay. Would I use... Would I get my full move speed, or would I get like half through it?
You would get full movement for knee deep because it's still not deep enough to really impede your ability to cross it that much.
Okay, I will move here, then go here, and end my turn here. As I pass Holly, I will give her a look, but then also a wink.
Okay. So when you move to that position, I'm assuming you went up and around the back of Holly. So
Correct.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Ooh la la.
Okay. I just want to make sure we weren't dealing with any attacks of opportunity or anything for the zombies, but you are clean, so...
Fuck you, zombie.
Next zombie's up.
Yeah.
They're going to attempt to attack Nokris as he recently joined him on the back of the line here.
Mm-hmm.
Its first wild rake at you is a miss.
Okay.
The second of which is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be for 6 bludgeoning and 7 necrotic for 13 total. Calra, you are up.
I'm gonna touch my symbol of Kalambor and Cat to turn undead.
All right, let me get some rolls out for them.
It's a 16 for the save.
Okay. It's wisdom, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so starting from the closest to you, and then going like one to the right, and then around from that to the end farthest away from you. First one is fail, then a fail, then a pass, then a fail, then a pass. So basically, I'll mark those two were not affected. The others failed, so they are affected. So they will flee. When it's their turn to move.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Alright, it is now the red-haired warrior's turn. She's going to swing once with her long sword and once with a short sword at the zombie at the back of the train right here. Miss with the long sword. Hit with the short sword for 5 points of damage. And then we'll kind of move forward here a little bit. Actually into this position here for optimal flanking. And we'll end her turn. And then it's this zombie's turn down here, who's going to attack the dark-haired woman's right here in front of him. The first swing is a miss. Second swing is a hit for 7 bludgeoning and 6 necrotic. Thus ending that zombie's turn. Azzy, you are up.
Oh yeah. So the ones with the red dots are fleeing.
They will be fleeing, yes. No, I'm sorry. The ones without red dots will be fleeing if they can. They're going to attempt to basically run in any way, shape, or form they can away from Cowrie until they reach the maximum distance.
Got it. But the one in front of... So the one in front of Calorie is not going to try to attack Calorie.
Correct.
Alright, well, the red dot to my right. Let's try this again.
It does not, Cowrie.
I wanted to make sure because I don't remember if I mentioned the upgrade CR2 on level 11.
Mm-hmm. So the 22 is a hit. 20 is also a hit. The 7 is not. But you're attacking the one in front of you. I'm taking it correct, the one with the dot.
Yeah. If it's not dead yet, I'm gonna also try to knock it down.
It is not dead yet. So yes, go ahead.
You want a strength roll, correct?
Yes, please.
Ha!
And you succeed. So the zombie is knocked prone.
It's my turn.
Okay. Granny, you're up.
Granny gets to go, finally! By the way, is it Kerncraft's 4000's Zombie Nation has been playing in my head this entire time.
Nice.
Yeah, so, okay, so you confirmed that the water is not going to be, like, difficult terrain or something,
Nope.
right?
You can have normal movement going through the water.
Sick. How high up, if I'm, like, standing, say, here, is, like, the zombie compared to me?
Basically at the same level.
Okay,
The amount
so
of
the bridge
amount of
is not much.
elevation. Yeah, the amount of elevation from the bridge is like the width of like a log sitting on the bank of the river stream thing.
Gosh. Okay. In that case, then I will go 5, 10, 15. All right. Flail in hand as I am moving.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are going to cast Green Flame Blade. Yeah. So first things first, I need to make a melee attack on the one directly to my north.
All right.
So let me find that, because that's the component of the spell there. Okay, D&D Beyond's dice update is fucked with all the buttons. I don't know exactly to be clicking anymore. Oh, here it is. So normal roll, right? Yeah, normal roll.
Correct. Yeah, there's no advantage.
Okie doke. So then
That
we
is a
get
hit.
damage for the flail whack,
Mm-hmm.
followed by the actual spell damage portion. Yeah. So 9 fire damage on the initial hit and 7 splash to the zombie to its left. So my northwest.
Okay.
So that's movement, regular action. Yeah, that's all I've got. Next person.
Okie doke.
The 2 zombies that were just damaged are no longer feared from me.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, I forgot about that part.
All right. It is now the dark-haired warrior's turn. They are going to kind of hulk up with a booming voice of a yell, a war cry, let's call it, and swing twice with their sword with both hands. First one is a hit. Second one is also a hit. See that the zombie has effectively taken a fair beating with the blade, but is still standing. Just looks maybe a little bit more rickety than it had been before. And then we turn our attention to the bridge, where this zombie here is going to attack Calry to try to make his way through yet again. His first grievous swing with the claw is a miss, and the second is a miss. He just kind of growls at you in an odd zombie way, as if he wishes you were not present. I'm going to manifest your presence to be 5 feet to your right so that he could proceed. But he lacks the power to do so. And thus ends his turn. And now it is this zombie's turn here, which is still under the effects of fear, where they're going to attempt to turn tail and run for the hills, aka not really the hills, but, you know. So they're going to go 5, 10, and then draw an attack of opportunity from Holly.
I'm back as well.
Yeah, he won't be able to. You won't be able to try to swing at him until he leaves your range.
Nope, I know. I was just making note that I have returned.
Awesome. 6 damage is dealt.
Yeah.
And so it goes, let's see, it is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So as it leaves range from Nokris, you get the chance to attack as well. And the distance, if I'm remembering correctly, Cowrie is what, 30 feet?
Yep.
Okay.
18 to hit.
Is a hit.
Okay. And this one I will use Divine Smite on.
Okay.
I'll burn a 3rd level spell slot for this. Which since this is undead, I get an extra d8, 27 points of damage.
All right. So as it flees to its maximum necessary distance, it begins to turn and face the direction it's trying to head in the first place. Upon then being blasted by the divine energies of your smite, it is nullified and turned into a pile of radiant dust.
Poof.
Holly, you are up.
Okie dokie. Holly watches this thing run away and get smited, and she just laughs about it. Like, that was just fucking funny. It just runs away, and Nokris just, like, pokes it in the butt with his sword and just dies. She's gonna step down into this area, and I'm gonna smack the one between me and Azzy.
Okay. With advantage.
Yes.
Oof. So both are hits. The first one is what? Oh, right. The second one is because you're a barbarian crit. So you get the second damage roll. So that's what, 20?
I always roll 2 attacks per hit.
No,
per turn.
No, I know, but I'm saying, see on the damage from your first swing, the crit.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're
8 plus crit 4, then 10. I believe the 10 is the
savage,
is the-
brutal, critical.
exactly, is your feat for barbarian. So you do
Yeah.
22. Plus 3 is 25. Plus 3 more is 28. Plus 3 more is 31.
Yeah.
It looks severely more chopped than it had been, but it is still standing.
Are you kidding me? Somebody else is going to kill
may-
this thing again.
It may have lost like a little bit of its arm where it's still kind of hanging a little bit, but it is not all there anymore.
Okay. Well, that's all I got, so.
All right, fair enough. It is this zombie's turn. And they're going to attempt to attack the red-haired warrior to their right. First attack is a hit. Second one is a miss. Okay, and that is the end of that zombie's turn. Next zombie, the one that been gone, beat, chopped, is going to attempt to attack Azzy, still to try to press forward to break free. First attack is a miss. Second attack is a miss. And he just kind of gargles and grumbles and makes zombie groaning noises. Nokris, you are up.
I will deal with the one at Holly's back. As a swift action,
If you step down, you'll get advantage.
He already has advantage.
Oh, never mind. I forgot that that thing was there.
Yeah, I tried to mark it in blue so you can like see that they're friendly targets.
But if he steps down, he'd have advantage with Holly.
Yeah, it's better advantage. It's okay, Cabal doesn't need advantage with me.
God damn.
You said it before I could.
I will use my swift action or my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on this zombie right here, just so I can do an extra d6 of damage, and then I will strike at it. Well, that's crit.
So, you definitely kill it. But would you like to describe how you end its undeath life?
Yeah, it's literally just taking off its head in a very unceremonious fashion. It is literally just a job at this point. And take it off, there's no, like, energy or feeling with it. And then, after I kill it, and I see if they have them surrounded, I then move towards this one. And I move right here. Because I should be able to.
Yeah, you have enough movement for that.
Yeah. And I will end my turn there.
All right. Fantastic. Cower, you're up.
I think it's time for some bows to toll.
Alright, Metallica, chill.
And with the Reaper feature, I'll target the one in front of Talia. And with the Reaper, it'll also hit the one beside me.
Okay.
If it'll actually roll this time. Yay.
All right. So DC save 16. So let's get rolling. Miss.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay where I am so they can't get past and end my turn.
Okay. Let me just calculate damage real quick here. Okay. And now it is the red-haired warrior's turn. And they are going to swing at the one right here next to Talia And they're going to swing once with their longsword and once with their short sword. First swing is a hit. Second swing is a hit as well, which is enough to put it on the ground. And they will stand their ground. Then it is now the zombie's turn. They are unawares of the motions of Nokris and are going to continue to attack the dark-haired woman below. First swing is a miss. Second swing is a miss. Azzy, you're up.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack the one to my south.
Okay. That is a hit. That is also a hit. And that is a miss.
I'm gonna go ahead and who's after me? Talia and the dark-haired. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to push it to the ground.
Very well.
A lot of 12s tonight.
Yeah.
Well, it still fell over, so.
Yeah.
Which is comical because they have like a +4 to strength, so.
Oh, jeez.
So currently you have a pair of zombies that are still on the ground. And I assume that is now the end of your turn.
Yep.
All right, Talia, you're up.
All right. Sorry, I'm trying to close out a bajillion one little pop-ups that kept coming up. Let's see. So I can just walk right onto the bridge from here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That is exactly what I wish to do. Do a quick damage comparison here. Ah, yes, I would like to do another green flame blade.
Mm-hmm.
Initial melee target will be
That one.
that undead one right there. So
You have advantage on your melee swing.
okay. Is there a way I can roll like my melee swing and damage at the same time, or is that like some fuckery from D&D Beyond?
You should be able to do it combined. I don't know what Azzy did to fix it for his because he was having the same problem you were before. But whatever he did seemed to work.
If you have the dice turned on for Beyond, just turn it off.
Oh, how do I turn the dice off?
On your little character panel where it's the little icon next to your name. If you just click that, it should come up with the dice rolling data
just
thing.
turn off the dice rolling thing. Got it. Boom. There we go. Would you like me to roll with advantage due to my target being between me and Cowrie?
Yes, roll with advantage. They are also prone, so you have advantage regardless.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
Wow. Mighty thwack of the flail. Jeez.
Yes, the thwack of ages, as they call it.
Yeah. It's a mighty thump. Followed by... no, I don't need advantage on green flame blade. So 11 fire damage to
both targets.
and then that one as well.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
The one that was next to you, in front of you, your original target, basically erupts into a ball of green flame and falls down onto the decking of the bridge, basically writhing and then being still.
Well, he burned his bridges with the mortal realm.
Didn't he, though? All right, now it is the dark-haired warrior's turn. She's going to attack twice with her longsword at the zombie. First swing is a miss. Second swing is a hit. And after the attack, he's going to reposition to the side, kind of circling around a little bit on the zombie, and end her turn. Holly, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna swipe at this guy in front of me.
Okay.
Oops. That's that's my initiative roll. Hold on.
9 advantage. Okay, so first one is a hit for 11. Second one is a miss.
Of course it is.
It's getting hot in here because she's seething so hard.
She's super in character.
Well, I mean, as it's supposed to continue, you're supposed to now take off all your clothes, so.
That's all I got. It's fine.
Okay. Alright, it is now the zombie who just thwapped's turn. They are going to attempt to break free yet again through Azzy because, you know, zombie intelligence is high. Super high. First swing is a miss. Second swing is a crit. It will be 12 points of bludgeoning. I already reducted 3. And 16 necrotic.
Jesus Christ. John, calm the fuck down. What the hell did I do to you? God damn, I'm already like 2 hits, and I'm half
This
health.
is his revenge for
than.
you having a 21 AC.
And that's what happens when you have a high AC.
20
If it's a
22
hit, you are
AC.
crits.
Oh, I'm sorry, 22. What did I miss? Did he take armored or something?
No, I've got a +2 shield. Fuck off.
Oh, when did that happen?
A long time ago.
It just tends to be that they don't hit. They just always end up critting on him because of the fact.
Alright, it is Nokris' turn.
If you hear any loud noises, such as me screaming or yelling, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, I apologize in advance. I'm trying to tend to fire and also listen to the game right now.
Okay. Don't burn anything.
Too late. Many log.
As a bonus action, I'm going to move my Hunter's Mark onto this zombie. Then I'm going to use my move action to move here because she moved. Ergo, I get annoyed. Because I have to move now. And then as a final action, I'm going to attack. With advantage since we are now flanking. Crit.
Very nice.
um,
So that is what? 19 plus, what is it, 6 damage for Hunter's Mark? Or is that on the hit?
that's just on the hit.
Okay.
Hunter's Mark, it needs to be rolled on its own.
I'm getting
It's an extra 2.
I'm getting confused with all the stuff that Volucha was doing with, like, Hunter's Mark and bonus damages out the ass for Rangers.
Yeah, I don't have a grasp of Java like he does. I ain't doing that shit.
Wait, you mean you're not all giant computer dorks that know every code language known?
I mean, I know a bit of Python, and I know Flash, as archaic as that is now, surprisingly.
Ah, you're so cool, Koval.
Cower, you're up. While we continue to
I learned Flash in college.
while we
I also
continue
always
to
say giant computer dork because I know Volucha is going to be watching this at some point.
yeah, that's fair.
I'm just gonna try and bring my hammer down on this zombie's head.
Okay,
Or
Zambi
across
smash.
its head.
And you successfully hit.
And bonus action, I'm gonna healing word over 1 on Addy.
Okay.
Literally at half health now.
And on my
There we
turn.
go. All right, very well. It is now the red-haired individual's turn. They are going to... Might help if I have them selected, huh?
Maybe.
5, 10, 20. They're going to fall back a little bit and disengage. Draw a heavy crossbow and take a shot at Holly.
What?
Yes!
And it's a hit for 6 piercing.
I'm so glad I was right.
Dang, I like redheads.
And it is now the zombie's turn.
Oh, trust me, she's gonna become a really deep color of red here in a minute.
Mhm.
And the zombie is going to attack Nokris. As the whole pirouette thing kind of confused it, but... let's see here. First swing is a miss. Second swing is a miss.
Okay.
As a you're up.
What the fuck? Okay, sorry. Yeah, I guess.
Bitch just shot me with a fucking crossbow.
I think the better
Don't
part
worry.
was hearing your reaction through his headset when he was laughing.
Wait, did I actually take damage from that? Sorry.
Yeah, 6.
6 piercing damage, and that's halved.
No, have it to 3.
Minor inconvenience, now she must die.
I'm assuming that Holly here is about to just dash after this bitch, so I'm gonna
I
go
got
ahead.
80 fucking feet worth of movement speed. This bitch is fucking not going anywhere.
Oh, you're gonna get too close for me to do my thing.
I don't care. You can do your fucking thing. This bitch is gonna take a fucking axe to the face.
I was gonna flame strike her.
Is it dead yet?
Alright. It is a hit for 9. It is still standing.
I have a question,
Mhm.
because this sort of just occurred to me. So I can Shield Master Shove as a bonus action. If I use my bonus, or rather, can I use my bonus actions in between my attack actions?
I mean, yes, because technically it's a bonus. You
Okay.
can, as long as it's part of, associated with an attack action for the turn, it's a bonus. So you get to take an action, do a bonus action. Because
Great.
it's not listed as a
That is
free
a
action.
Great question.
All right, I'm gonna try to strength check this asshole down to the ground.
Okay.
After that first attack.
Mm-hmm. You are unsuccessful.
Dang. All right. Well then. Ooh, I hope that hits. Jesus.
Yep. Yeah, it hits.
I'm
7
getting
damage.
right there. Still alive.
It is still there.
What a bitch. And of course, I never seem to be able to land all three. In addition to everything that I just did, I will expend one of my superiority die to do a trip attack. So that's an extra d10 worth of damage. Let me roll that for you real quick. So, awesome. Yeah, let me see what that... Sorry, I'm trying to read what you're typing too, Calorie. Trip attack. He needs a strength saving throw DC 14.
He is prone.
What a bitch. Alright, cool. With that, that's my turn.
Okay. Granny, you're up.
All right.
Do
I'm
him!
gonna bring it home
All right, all right, all right.
Whack it with your flail.
3 times.
Cha-cha, real smooth.
Advantage.
Okay, that is a hit for 6.
Advantage.
It is a hit for 9.
And Granny turns it into paste.
That is a hit. And 6 more. Okay.
But it's not
It's-
paste.
It's still there.
What
It looks-
the hell?
it
is
looks-
sustaining
It looks
this
pretty
thing?
fucked up. It looks pretty fucked up, but it's still there.
Jesus freaking
What I'm
Christ.
hearing is we failed to actually deny a kill to Holly for once.
I mean, she might deny herself this.
Oh no, I'm
fair.
I'm leaving this thing and I'm going after this bitch that fucking shot me with a crossbow bolt.
Wait, what? I
You
must
guys
have
can-
missed that part.
You guys can
Yeah.
have that shit. That fucking bitch down to the south
The
shot
two
me with a
warriors
fucking
betrayed
crossbow
us. They
bolt.
shot Holly.
All right, so is that the end of your turn, Talia?
Yes.
Okay. All right, it is now a dark-haired woman's turn. She is going to attack with her longsword at the zombie. Which is a hit for 6. All right, and that is enough to end the life of said zombie.
That's unlife to you.
Okay, very well. She is then going to step in and take the remaining swing at Nokris.
Think very wisely before you do this, woman.
And misses.
So wait, these bitches are hostile?
Evidently.
Oh, yes.
All right, Holly, you're up.
All right, having seen herself get shot with a crossbow bolt, Holly's going to turn and look at this bitch to the south of her. She's gonna snap the crossbow bolt out of her shoulder, and she's just gonna haul ass and try to grapple this person.
What is this non-lethal damage you speak of?
Look, I just want to hold her until you guys like kill that
Getting her
other
in
thing.
position for something very fun, don't worry.
What do I need to roll for a grapple check?
Grapple is strength.
Is it a strength check,
Yes,
or is it? Do I use
with your
the
modifier.
top part?
So you'd
Yeah.
roll a strength check, and you have advantage on that because you're angry.
I do.
So 12.
I don't know if I should use a luck die on that.
I don't know. Are you gonna get lucky tonight? Yes, I watched
No.
that video and cringed the entire way through it.
If I use a luck point, do I still get advantage if I roll again?
If you use a luck die, you get to re-roll one of said die from what you rolled there before. So basically, it would be like if you rolled with advantage and you rolled a 4 and a 12, you get to re-roll the 4 or the 12. You don't get to roll 2 dice for a whole nother roll sequence.
Okay. I'm gonna use a spend a luck point, and I'm gonna re-roll that 4.
Okay.
There you go.
That was a little bit better.
Okay. You successfully grapple the red-haired warrior.
Yep, I'm gonna just fucking pin this bitch to the ground.
Okay, keep going.
What do you mean keep going?
Talia fondly remembers her younger years. Anyway,
Have a
next
second
person.
attack.
All right, so I assume that is the end of your turn as you just charged and tackled this person to the ground.
Fuck.
Okay. It is now Zombie on the Bridge's turn. They are going to attempt to attack Azzy yet again because, persistence.
I mean, it's done good so far.
They hit.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. So 6 bludgeoning already has the reduction, and 7 necrotic. And the second swing is a miss. All right, Nokris, you're up, and obviously you are displeased with this current situation.
Oh yeah, just a little bit. Just a wee little bit. Okay, I need to see something really quickly. I can't do that then. That's unfortunate.
I'm not sorry.
What?
I'm not sorry that I'm here. I seem to be ruining everybody's plans.
Oh,
I don't
no,
fucking care.
no. You're fine. You're fine. I just wanted to see if this would work. It doesn't. It's close, but it doesn't, so it's fine. I still have my other thing I'm going to do. So I'm going to slash at her and return the favor. Although I'm going to miss, I believe, with a 2 on the dice.
That is correct.
I'm going to then spend 2 sorcery points so I can cast a spell as a bonus action.
Mhm.
And I am going to cast.
I mean, with all those noises, are you casting Otto's Irresistible Dance? Because that was an absolute
No.
banger.
Gonna cast Hamster Dance.
I cast Scorching Ray at her at 5th level, and I use all the rays on her.
The one in front of you, correct?
Correct.
The dark-haired.
Yes.
You're hitting with her with all 5 rays?
Yeah.
Jeez. Fucking monster.
16.
Isn't that 6 rays?
It's 5. Because it starts with 3, and then per spell level higher you add a ray.
I thought you said you cast it at 5th level, though.
Yes, it's a 3rd level
Yeah.
spell. 4th is 1, so that's 4.
It's a 2nd level spell.
No,
Scorching
it's a
Ray is
3rd
2nd
level.
level.
Oh, it is.
I
2nd
have
level,
Scorching
you're right.
Ray.
So yes, it is 6 then. So 16 for the first one.
Okay.
13 to hit for the second one.
That is not a hit.
Okay. 16 to hit on the third.
It's not a hit.
Oh, really? 16 is not?
It is not.
18 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
That-
17 to hit.
That is also a hit.
Okay, and then one more. And then a 23.
Also a hit.
So 6, 11, 18. I only get that +3 once since it's one spell.
Mhm.
So that is 21 points of fire damage in total.
Duly noted. Her hair is a little darker, but she is still angrily standing there at you.
Well, I glare right back at her. You have one more chance to not be burnt to cinders. I suggest you take it and surrender.
Her retort is, "Not today, I'm not gonna do that." Calry, it is your turn.
I'm going to cast Flame Strike centered here, so it doesn't hit Nokris.
Okay.
It would hit just the one in front of Nokris. If she doesn't save.
She saved.
She takes half then.
So basically, it would be 27 cut in half to 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll start to back up a bit. To about there to make some room for anyone else who has to do anything. And then my turn.
Okay. All right, so the pinned fiery red will attempt to see if they can break free of your grapple.
Bitch.
I assume they basically just have to beat you in a strength check to see if they break free.
Sure. I don't know how grapple actually works.
I think that's how it's
That's
supposed to be.
basically how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, a grappled creature can use its action to escape. To do so, it must succeed on a strength or dexterity check against contested by your strength check.
Mhm.
So I just roll another strength check.
Yes, please. And they break free.
What?
They strong.
They have a +3. All right, so breaking free. They are going to quickly size the situation and do a nice AoE radius twirl and, throw a little healing and damage around. And they are going to kind of look at their comrade and kind of tell them that they're sorry. And then they're going to turn tail. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I cannot use my action for a sprint, so I have to stop here. So they are currently there on their fleet away from you.
What a hoe.
Azzy, you're up.
Ugh. Is it dead?
That is a hit. It is still standing.
God damn. All right. Well, ignore that.
Yeah, it passed. That is a miss.
All right. Well, I'm out. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Granny, you're up.
Damn, I'm like 10 foot short. What can I do to make this work?
That is correct. You technically could do that.
Okay, that does that. Sorry, I've got a couple of actual options now, and I'm kind of like, how do I want to do this?
We should maybe try to kill the one thing on the bridge that's taken Azzy down to like a third of his life.
Oh,
That
he
half
can handle
now.
it. Oh, I know. So, I'm going to walk out of its melee range and take the attack of opportunity. So, take your swipe, if it chooses to do so.
It misses.
Okay. There's 5, 10, 15, 20. Is that 25? 30. Okay. Which puts me at 30 feet away. So I'm going to then use my action to cast Grease and cover. Let's see here. That area there.
Okay.
Which point I will go ahead and cast that on the tabletop. Grease. So they will need to make me a dex save. Let's see, save 15.
They succeed with 17.
Alrighty then. Otherwise, the terrain is considered difficult until their next move.
Gotcha.
Alright. That's all I can really do at the moment. So, good pat to Holly on the shoulder and say, go get him. Next person.
Okay. It is the dark-haired warrior's turn. Oh, I'm drawing because I clicked the wrong thing. She's going to continue to attack at Nokris and kind of stand ground. Let's see. 17 is a hit.
Yep.
It'd be 11 slashing.
Okay.
And the second swing is a miss.
Okay.
Holly, you're up.
All right. I'm going to heft my axe onto my shoulder and kind of shrug as I stare at this bitch trying to run away from me. And I'm like, well, I tried to be nice. I tried to make this easy on you. And I'm going to rage again because my rage fell off because I didn't actually damage anything my last round. And then Holly's just gonna mosey on down here. And
Mosey while you're raging?
yeah, angry moseying. And I'm just gonna whack this bitch a couple times.
Okay. I thought this was gonna turn into a mud/grease wrestling competition. I guess.
Nope, that's why I put it there so that she wouldn't have to step in it.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so first attack. I assume they're rolling all as advantage because you're raging, or is they just rolling as advantage because that's defaultly clicked to do? I don't think you have advantage on any of these. If I'm this,
You're right.
Okay.
I think
No,
I've just
she can
been.
choose to if she wants, but she loses like armor.
Gotcha.
Or opponents have advantage to hit her as
They would
well.
also have stricken her.
Yeah,
Understood.
that's reckless.
Yeah.
No, I've just been used to having flank this whole fight.
Yeah,
And I
that's fine.
just automatically hit.
I just wanted to make sure I was assessing the situation correctly. So the 16 to hit is a miss, and the 14 to hit is a miss.
Cool. Having a great night here. Okay.
Anything else you want to do still before it goes to zombie? The infallible zombie.
No, I don't have any bonus actions, so
This
nope.
fucking thing's gonna kill me.
All right, so the zombie's turn. It is going to attempt to hit Azzy because he is still present.
Incoming
Crit.
dual crit. Come on.
First swing is a miss.
Oh?
Second swing is a miss. But if it had advantage, it would have been a crit. So yes, you survived the onslaught from the zombie as it was not able to land a blow on you, thus
All right.
ending its turn.
I'm going to use my reaction to riposte.
Okay. Okay, so the 18 succeeds for 7. And it is dead.
Oh my fucking god! Finally!
You just feeling the pain a little bit there, bud?
I started this fight with 92 HP. I'm down to 33.
I mean, I haven't been touched, so
Oh, look at me. My name's Talia. I'm so great.
I mean I am. I'm like literally twice your character's age. And I haven't been hit, so suck it up.
So while they measure, Nokris, go ahead and take your turn. Yeah, whose flail's bigger?
Need to have a flail to be in the competition.
Okay, I'm going to swing. 21 to hit.
That is a hit.
All right, so that's 14 points of damage, and then I am going to.
I will halt you there. 14 points
Okay.
of damage is enough to knock them unconscious.
Okay.
Run them through. This isn't over.
Right.
I want answers.
What you what you want to do from there is up to you. It is completely and utterly up to you at that point. Oh, sorry, I moved it.
I am pretty pissed, but I have not lost all sense yet. So if I see that I am likely to kill them, I want answers first, and I will knock this bitch out.
Was she done be knocked out?
All right, and then after seeing that, that's good. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, I need to roll. I need to roll a Constitution check for you. Advantage for Hunter's Mark since I forgot it. 12, and her damage on me was 11. And I think I drop it, but that's okay.
It'd still be up.
Yeah, it'd still be up. And
It's
Hunter's
half-
Mark affects
yeah,
everybody, doesn't it?
Concentration is
It's concentration, but I took damage.
it's half the damage that you took is what you have to beat, or 10, whichever's higher.
Okay, so 10 is higher, so yes, it is still up. Okay. If I need it, but that's my turn.
All right.
Does Hunter's Mark affect everybody?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
it's just me.
It's Ranger's version of Hex. It does piercing instead of necrotic, and you don't decrease an ability score.
All right. Cowrie, you were up.
Cowrie.
Take a quick look back at the wagon we abandoned.
They're still there. Kind of a little frightened, but they're still there.
I want to cast Chill Touch at the person who attacked my friend.
Is Chill Touch a touch spell?
Nope, it has a range of 120 feet.
That seems odd. That seems
It's
so
Chill
weird.
Touch because it's a spectral skeleton hand that does the touching.
Right. But it's like, yeah, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, though.
And it also just means that they can't receive healing until my next turn.
Right. Okay. So 24 to spell hit, which passes 24 points of cold damage. Or necrotic damage. Okay.
You rolled straight 8s. 3d8, and you got all 3 8s.
It's basically a crit.
That's amazing. That's the best roll all night.
All right. It is now the red-haired warrior's turn. Succeeded previously at the pass, so now it's just difficult terrain to get through. Is that correct? For the grease.
What's that?
Grease becomes a difficult terrain after passing the prone check while inside of it, correct?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
difficult terrain for the 1 minute duration. So,
Okay.
and it's not a concentration thing. So
What?
it's just there.
Okay.
That's not
They
really-
don't need to make the check again.
The creature. Oh, okay.
Okay. They are going to evade and depart the map.
All right. Well,
Fleeing.
looks like I'm gonna get to kill a different bitch. Oh wait, prisoners. Shit.
All right. So yes, it is technically Azzy's turn. However, the only combatant left on the ground is currently unconscious. So you can either decide what you would like to do, take the turns for them to roll their death saves or not, or whatever you would like in that regard. But that is the current layout. So you guys let me know if you want me to just be sitting here rolling the death saves, or if you want to take them prisoner and resuscitate them, or what you want to do.
I'm going to take her prisoner and make sure that she lives, because I want fucking answers before I murder her.
Yeah, I will offer one of my potions in order to bring her around when it comes time to question, rather than ask one of our casters to waste their magics.
As he very angrily sheathes his sword, unbuckles his shield, puts it on his waist, and stalks back to his fucking horse, grumbling something about fucking zombies.
I'm gonna take a closer look at these zombies, 'cause they hit harder and were around longer than I'm used to.
Holly is stomping very angrily towards this knocked out person with her fucking axe above her head.
We are not killing her yet, Holly.
Did you get shot with an arrow?
No, I got stabbed with a sword by them.
Okay, but I got shot with an arrow.
Yes, you did get shot by an arrow, but we're going to find out why they shot and stabbed at us for no good reason first.
Stomps off somewhere else.
Now, you say no good reason, but
We interrupted
there
them.
might be a good reason to that.
I'm sorry. Holly's bitching, but she has 99 HP.
Holly!
No. Did anybody else take as much damage? Did anybody
No.
else take half as much damage as I
I only
took?
took 12.
No.
No. You took the most.
Holly angrily, as she's like angrily stomping away, she angrily stomps up to Azzy and smacks him on the forehead with a fucking cure wounds.
Woof, I don't want
I'm
your
not kidding. Like I actually do smack him and cast cure wounds.
I kick you in the face. I'm on my horse.
Take my fucking cure wounds. Shut up. You
you're
get
on
7
that
points
level.
of healing back.
As he is not in the mood, motherfuckers.
So, speaking of prisoners, who's got rope?
I have rope.
I should
Alright,
probably have
cool.
rope somewhere.
I
I'll hold
specifically
her
have
still while
animated
you
rope
tie
for
her
this
up.
very reason. I take out the rope, I command it to animate, and then I look at the prisoner and I say, wrap around and knot.
Ooh,
Yeah.
knock it. What else do you do with that rope?
And so she is bound.
I think there are other reasons Knockers has a fucking magic binding rope. Paladin my ass.
He will
yeah,
be.
You would. Oh.
Wait, you said paladin, not paddling, huh? Oh, okay, my bad.
Anyway.
I then grab the rope and I drag her across the ground. I don't care. She's unconscious. I'm not gonna pretend to be nice.
All right, cool.
I
Let's bring her back
specifically-
over to the carriage.
Yep. I drag her back over the carriage.
I will force feed her a potion of healing. And then splash water on her face repeatedly till she wakes up.
All right. So after regaining, I guess, being resuscitated in the brisk manner that she has been, she sputters back to consciousness.
All right, well, I'm going to step back and point to somebody else and say, one of you do the talking. You saw how I handled the shopkeep.
You talk now. My patience are thin.
Well, I don't quite know what you want me to say.
No, John, you have to do the right accent.
Okay, fine. I don't quite know what you want me to say.
I want you to tell me why you attacked us after we helped you.
Well, once it was looking like we were going to be winning anyways, we kind of decided it was better off if we had no witnesses.
Witnesses to what?
Well, it's not every day you have a pack of zombies you're chasing after to stop, and you happen upon a band of individuals that help you stop them.
All I'm hearing is that you're a fucking idiot who decided to turn on their saviors because you did not want to share some stupid bounty you have up your ass.
Oh, no. There's no bounty. And saviors maybe is a little large for what you've services been done here.
So all I am hearing is that you are murderers.
If the nature comes to it.
I got her right then and there.
Okay.
Then judgment has been rendered. And after I do that, I throw her body out of the wagon with no recompense to actually do anything else with it. I clean my blade, I put it back in its sheath, I get up on my horse, I look at everyone, let's go.
But what about the magic rope?
Rope, unhook. And then I just pick it up.
Holly gives him grabby hands.
So, Calorie, in your investigations of these undead, you note that they are in fact marked with the symbol of Merkel on their foreheads, and that they appear to be somewhat empowered, let's say, compared to your standard zombies. They have a particular fortitude that is beyond that which normal zombies or undead would possess, almost as if they have some kind of divine curse, blessing, whatever you want to call it.
This is the time. I give a bit of a prayer to each of the zombies and head back to the others.
Very well.
Whoever made these zombies made sure they were stronger. They were some kind of cursing or blessing. Who knows which from what looks like Merkel's idiots.
Oh great, so now we don't have to deal with just regular zombies. Now they're blessed zombies.
You also have to deal with fools who thinks they can just kill people who help them for no good reason.
I mean, greed is a pretty good factor. Look at us. We have armor, nice weapons, horses. I mean,
as I said, fools.
Oh yes, definitely fools.
I mean, a fool would think we had these things by chance.
So the merchant kind of pipes up from the wagon. I suppose we ought to be continuing on our way. But if you ask my insight here, I feel like you wouldn't randomly have two individuals gone looking all the same like they do. Just kind of be gallivanting around the swamp in here, unless they're part of some organization.
No, you are right. I take a look at the body again of this person. Are they wearing the same kind of livery and stuff like that, Junie?
Correct. Yeah, you can determine that the same armor that they're wearing as the other individual that escaped is kind of almost like a heavy splint kind of mail armor. And the colorations that are on it match kind of like a triple-headed figure that is donned in red, and they have red painted across their face as well, covering like the upper half.
Ah, part of the Chimera crew. 3 heads, bandits.
Probably. Are we able to pick up the tracks of the other one?
Yeah. It's not too difficult to tell because your passive perception is enough to see the footprints that are hastily made as someone was running south on the trail.
Thank you, Cowrie.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have our path that we need to take. However, we should not leave them unguarded to their destination.
Well, I feel like if the bandits are that way, and if we continue on, we'd probably be fine. I don't want to impose. You've done well enough for us at this point. That was quite a defense that you rallied on.
Well, we were also technically hired to guard your cart on its way to its destination, so I would rather not have my good name besmirched over a paltry 50 gold. So.
There will be no such report. As far as I'm concerned, the greater threat lies to the south. Following that individual, we will make our way to our encampment farther down the road, and as far as anyone may be concerned back in Leyland, you successfully saw us to our destination.
Haven't you ever heard that you shouldn't try to argue with sweet old ladies who are clad in half plate and carry a large flail?
We're going,
Sweet
so.
old lady will let you know.
What about arguing with sweet old men?
The merchant has spoken. He has deemed his wishes. I agree with them.
During all this talk, Holly is digging through Nocris's things, trying to find the rope.
Wow, the thirst is real.
There's a lot of stuff in there, so...
Careful what you find.
Yeah. There's a lot of different things in there.
Nocris, why do you have manacles?
I don't have those.
Anyway. Are we headed south then?
That does sound like the plan.
I guess.
Alright, let's go.
All right. The merchant and his son give you a wave and a nod as they continue along down the path, headed to their destination. And you turn to the south, gathering your things and your horses, I assume, and continue along the path, following the trail of the one that got away.
She ain't no white buffalo.
And we'll find out what happens next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Woo!
My one time that I play against my primary alignment component, and you guys fucking ruin it.
The way I see
There's
it.
greater evil afoot, ergo I go that way. And the merchant only suggested and said we should go that way. I have nothing against this as a paladin who's taking an oath of vengeance.
Yeah, the merchant definitely was taking the high road of goodness
but Grandma
there.
realized she's probably in deep shit for fucking with that merchant, so she wants to keep her word. Anyways, old people be fussy.
Mm-hmm.
So
That